What's up, everyone? Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back. Today we are going to react to people talking about some of their financial regrets and just some bad financial decisions that they made. So let's get started.
Steve, who's still paying for his wedding.
What? We're about to hit our 10-year anniversary, and I found out myself last week. My wife and I were going through our finances, just getting things lined up, and she's like, "Yeah, we're still paying for our wedding." I'm like, "We're still paying for our wedding?" It's like, holy crap!
Oh.
Because
What are you still paying for?
So in her culture, she's Chinese and Filipino. The man has to pay for the wedding to show that.
Am I Chinese and Filipino?
Probably because you pay for your wedding.
Yeah, am I? Is this how I'm getting told?
Makes sense.
Wow. Go ahead.
Typically in the white people culture, usually the bride pays for it, father of the bride, and all that stuff. But so in her culture, we do it to show that we can.
Okay, so I personally, I think $50,000 for a wedding is egregious. But if you got it like that, you got it like that. But these people clearly do not have it like that. All I can say is, good luck, and you better never divorce. Like if you're dropping $50K for a wedding and you're still in debt over that, you better not divorce. And I wish them the best of luck in their marriage because divorce rates have increased a lot, in the 21st century. But that is insane to me.
Take care of the future wife, and so we're still paying. I think the wedding costs about $50,000 plus our honeymoon, and then it's kind of been wrapped up into other expenses like having a kid a year and a half later. You know how life is.
Well, that's not wedding, though.
But it just snowballs into all this debt.
Yeah.
And you have to pick and choose what you pay for, and the wedding has just been on the back burner.
Amen, brother.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So what would your advice be to people who are getting married now and thinking about putting in $20, $30, $80, $200,000 into a wedding?
Don't put that money into a house. I say still have a wedding, but just have a smaller ceremony that you can enjoy with a smaller group of people.
I think the only
I don't understand why people spend so much on weddings. I mean, I get it's supposed to be a special day. You're marrying the love of your life, or maybe a potential business partner if you don't marry for love. But that's just a lot of money to be spending for a wedding. I can't imagine, unless you're rich, I just cannot imagine going to debt for that.
Smaller group of people.
I think the only thing I regret in my life was cashing out my 401k to throw myself a birthday party. Like, that was dumb. I didn't need to do that.
Yeah, so just in case you're wondering, yeah, it's not wise to cash out your 401k for a birthday party. This is worse than the wedding. I mean, your 401k, that's like your lifetime savings. I hope it was a great birthday. I mean, was it how old did he turn? I guess it was a milestone. Maybe he was 25, 30, 40, I don't know.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Man, low-key buying a car like young, trying to finance into one, trying to get a little Challenger, that 392.
Yeah.
Man, low-key, that's a bad decision trying to do young. You got a low income, you got to stay low, keep your head down.
What was that monthly car payment every month?
Man,
800?
Yeah.
That was with or without insurance?
And I was without insurance, low-key. I was running without insurance. Oh, God, bro. Hey, let her know what happened. Got repo, bro.
Why are you here? Let her know what happened. You got repo?
Yeah, oh, God.
What, you didn't make the payment or something?
Yeah, oh, God, I was late. Took my L's on it.
Yeah.
But, I'm bouncing back, though. I got a truck right now.
Yeah. Did you have like a high interest rate?
Yeah, I did. 18.
Yeah, probably that's why, because you didn't have like a good credit score, so they gave you like a high interest rate.
Yeah,
and
first
stuff
time
like
buyer. But on God, though, that's where they get you, though.
Yeah.
That addiction, you trying to get the hot card, bro. Get the Corolla, bro. Stay down till you come up, bro. On God.
Do you feel like you're gonna get that car again or a different one this time?
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing, because it's all about belief in God, bro. You see the tats on God. Now I'm telling you, money's working, it come and go.
Yeah.
On God, it do.
Okay.
Tell us.
I would never understand you people that be signing off on these $700, $800 car payments a month. That is still crazy to me. I do like a lot of car payment reaction videos, and I'm just blown away. As soon as they I be wanting to kind of freak out. I would freak out if they say something like $300 a month, like $800 a month for a car payment, not including insurance. Well, he said he didn't have insurance, so I guess he did some. That's his way of saving money, I guess. But yeah, that's crazy to me.
Your biggest money mistake, if you will?
Getting a car that we actually paid triple for.
How does that even work?
Just financing.
Oh no, what kind of car was this?
2020 Equinox, Chevy Equinox.
Okay, what did you pay for the Equinox?
It was actually 21,000,
Okay.
and we probably paying about 40,000.
Is that because of crazy interest rate? How does that?
Yes, yes.
What was the interest? Do you remember?
22%.
Yes. All the things. Yes, we did all the things.
22% interest on a car loan.
Yes.
Were you married at the time?
Yes.
What did you think about this?
Listen.
Did you know about this?
Yes.
The biggest L you can take in your 20s is choosing a high-paying job that has zero status and zero identity. See, if I was to offer you two jobs, a 75K job and a 150K job, 99% of people would pick the 150K job without a second glance, and that might not be the best option. Because the job you choose isn't always about money, it's about status, perception, and the doors that that career can open for you. Think about the first question everyone asks you when you're at a party or a networking event. So what do you do for a living? And the reason they're asking that is to gauge how much respect they should actually be giving you. Now, this isn't always the case, but even in dating, women care a lot more about the type of work that you do than your actual income. You could make 250K as a random tech employee, but you could still lose out to a dude making 80K as a diplomat or a filmmaker. Why? Because identity is greater than income. Think about those crypto guys. They made all their money. You would think that they would just go on living their life.
Okay, so I included this video. Although this is not necessarily someone making a bad financial decision, people that think like this guy are, probably more likely to make really bad financial decisions. Trying to get, determining what kind of job you take based on how people are going to perceive you or your status, that is the dumbest thing ever. Does that mean that you should always take the higher paying job? No, of course not. There could be certain circumstances where a lower paying job may be better than a higher paying job. Because, although I don't care about my money is not everything, right? So if it comes to the type of work you do or the work-life balance, the location, and just certain terms and agreements that you have to consider, the higher paying job isn't always necessarily better, but how people perceive you or if people think you're cool or not, that should not dictate whether or not you take a high paying job or any job for that matter. It's about, is it something that you want to do? Is it something that you can be good at? Does it pay you well? Do you make enough money to live comfortably? But yeah, if this guy thinks that the crypto guys are like this standard for, professionals, when, they are known to be really like scammers. I wonder if he lives in Florida actually. Don't think. If you think like this guy, you might want to reconsider how you feel about finances.
Lives. But the thing is, they never stop just there. They always come to social media or something else because they got the money, but what they're missing out on is the status that they want. But just remember, money buys access, but status decides whether people take you seriously when you enter the room. Like, take this for example. If you were to meet someone with 1 million followers, but you only had 300 or 400 followers, you would be considered a fan. But now, let's just say you had 250K followers. Irregardless, you're nowhere near the million, but now you're considered a peer. Same room, completely different energy. That's why only choosing a job for the paycheck is a complete trap. The 75K job at a prestigious place will always beat the 150K job at a random place every single time. And that's why an Ivy League degree will always hold more value than a no-name degree, even if you paid more for it. That's the cheat code. Peace.
My 3 worst financial decisions in my 20s. Number 1, using a debit card. Debit cards are virtually useless considering the fact that they give you no cash back, no rewards, and credit cards exist. By using a debit card, you're saying no to free money and credit building, so please use a credit card if you are financially responsible. If you aren't, start out with a debit card until you get a hold on your spending, and then switch over to a credit card to get the free rewards.
So I feel like that particular advice, for me personally, I prefer using a debit card. I just like to pay for things up front. I don't like having to feel like I owe somebody later or I don't like that. But I see like a lot of credit cards have a lot of benefits. They can be, quite beneficial. So I don't think his advice is necessarily, it's decent advice, but I think, like he said, it just depends on if you're responsible with money. And it's not that I'm not responsible, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of the perks of credit cards are just to get you to spend more. I don't necessarily think that they're always worth it. It could be, but,
Number 2, buying an out-of-state investment property. This is far and away the worst decision I've made in my 20s. It cost me a lot of money, and I wish I could go back in time and simply not buy it and put the money in index funds. A lot of this is due to the fact that I was a dumb 23-year-old, but there were constant repairs that were needed. It was a lot of work to go up there and fix things, and all in all, it was a huge mistake and a big stress builder. Real estate investing, in my opinion, is heavily overrated. I understand there are a lot of tax advantages. You can make money various different ways, but for someone with a hands-off approach like myself who doesn't want a part-time job with added stress, index funds and ETFs are the way to go. Number 3, having no emergency fund. Back in my early 20s, I had all of my money invested in a taxable brokerage account, and ultimately something came up and I needed this money. Unfortunately, the market was down at the time and I had to pull my money at a pretty heavy loss, and it was a big mistake. Open a high yield savings account, throw any short-term money you need in this account, and I can promise you will not regret it. There you have my 3 biggest financial mistakes in my 20s. Learn from them and don't be dumb like me.
So I think that's pretty solid advice overall. You know, I know a lot of people talk. I mean, not like the average 20-something-year-old can, you know, afford to have a rental property, but I know there's like a lot of like real estate gets really hyped. Everyone's like, buy some real estate, or people have they watch these TV shows and they just get, you know, really enamored with, you know, the whole career of real estate, being able to flip houses, but not knowing that it is a lot of work. And yeah, having an emergency fund, that's, you know, you should have that. So if you don't have that I can see if something happens that could be a really bad financial decision, you know. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for watching, you all. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Do you have any financial mistakes that you made in the past that you regret, that you learned from? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.